palette, and I am here to do a little roundup of the After Series palettes, and I'm gonna just tell you how I felt about them, which ones were my favorites, and just little tips and tricks that I learned while playing with these palettes. I can't get comfortable. Okay, so the first one that we started off with was After Dark, and I liked this palette. They're all 9 shadow palettes, and this one had 8 mattes and 1 shimmer right there in the middle. And I thought that was cute, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, so I can only use that shimmer. There's only so many ways you can go with it, So, that was cool, but the mattes are beautiful. You could switch up the mattes and pop the shimmer on with any matte, but it's still just one color shimmer, But other than only having one shimmer, the mattes, they blend beautifully. They are pigmented. I really enjoyed this palette. Is it my favorite palette? No, only because I love shimmer shades, and this one only has 1 shimmer, and that kind of bummed me out a little. So, but other than that, this is a very good palette. I did enjoy this palette. The next palette that we did was After Hours. And this palette, I really do like. It's very pink tones. Pinks, maroon, burgundy, browns. But, you could mix these any which way and get a beautiful look. There's 3 shimmers, which is great. Although some of them they're all kind of close in color. So, it's not like 2 different looks, You can put one shimmer on one day, put another shimmer on the next day, and you almost wouldn't even know that you used 2 different shimmers those 2 days, But there is a little fallout in all of these palettes, but I don't mind that because of the color payoff, and the blendability is just amazing. So this might be one of my favorite palettes. It's one of those. It's up there for sure. I did enjoy this palette. So the next palette, I don't know why this light flickers on me. I don't know why it's flickering. Anyways, the next palette we did was the Aftershock palette. Now that was a challenge. They are so bright. These colors are just like neon colors. They are so bright. So that was a little out of my comfort zone, I must say. But I did enjoy creating looks using it. So, it got me out of my comfort zone, and I kind of liked the looks. Is this my favorite palette? No, because I don't generally gravitate towards such bright colors. But it is fun to have for those times where you're like, I just want to do something different. And then you all look at that pop of orange. I'm going to use that today. And, you know. So, I mean, it's a good palette to have so you can break out of that little box that you keep yourself in from time to time. So, yeah. I do love the colors in this. It's just, they scare me sometimes. And the next palette we did was the After Charge. And that was an all shimmer palette. This palette is my least favorite in the whole series because they're all shimmers. I mean, you can't just use this palette. You have to grab a different palette and, you know, make a look using two different palettes. The shimmers, they weren't like wow shimmers. I mean, they were good, but like, they weren't anything that would like make you be like, well, I mean, it's pretty. I should have did it here. Hold on. Grab another shimmer. This shimmer is very like chunky. So, I mean, can you even see that? It's just, they wipe away easily, I think is what I'm trying to say. They're there, and then when you're blending, not so much there anymore. So you kind of have to keep reapplying if you have to blend around them, you know. But, I mean, they're very pretty. It's just, it's a partner palette, not a palette you would want to reach for on its own, you know. It's just, oh yeah, there's that great, like, shimmer blue in After Charge. Let me go grab that, and I'll use that on my lid type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, it's good to have if you remember that you have it and you want to use these for, you know, your lid colors. The problem is, half the time when we're doing our makeup, we're looking at one palette and trying to figure out how to use one palette. And we sometimes forget, hey, I got some nice colors in this other palette I could be using, you know. And then the next palette was Afterglow. Whew, this palette, let me tell you. Glow was the word. Glow is definitely what this palette does. It glows. You get that, just that, because there's so much like orange and yellow. It's like a sunset glow is what it looks like when you have everything blended out. It is a very, very, very pretty palette, but it is very orangey. And I myself, I'm not one of those people who reaches a whole lot for oranges because I don't feel like they look the best on my skin tone. So orange is usually not something I will like reach for. But, you know, hey, maybe I will now. You never know, because I did like the looks that I created. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I did like this palette. And the last but not least, After Party. This palette, I think this might be my favorite palette out of all of them. I know, it's stupid, right? Because it's just, they're all such neutral colors. But the thing with neutral colors is they like never go out of style. Ever. So this is like a palette that will be in style forever. You use these looks for date nights and, proms, weddings, like celebration parties. I mean, they're just such classic colors. You'll always want a palette like this. So I really did like this palette, especially the brown smoky eye look I did. I really liked that look. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite palette. So out of all these palettes, After Party is my favorite. I'm gonna have to go with, I think After Hours is my second favorite. But they are all well pigmented. They blend beautifully. The shimmers, hit or miss in some of the palettes. Some of them you have to work a little harder with than others. But, I mean, if you want to shimmer and shine, that's what you gotta do sometimes. So, yeah, I really do. I'm glad I got the whole set because I really do enjoy these, and I will be using them, of course, on and off in tutorials and stuff. So yeah, what were your thoughts on the whole After series? Which palettes did you like? Which looks did you like? I want to know your thoughts, and maybe even some of your looks. Maybe you could inspire me to try something new with these palettes. So yeah, that is my roundup for the After series. I hope you enjoyed the whole After series, and I hope we can figure out exactly what we want to do with the Cult series. And yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. I would love to have you. And hit the bell to become part of the #Notification Nation and be alerted as soon as my videos go up. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you come back for future videos, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!